Hey guys, do you like Studio C sports videos? Then like and subscribe right now, and you can see all of them. Like
Scott Sterling.
Ooh. Diving finals, guys.
Finals.
I'm in a Speedo for you. One. I sacrificed a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
That was hard. Hey, that's
so
true.
I hope you enjoy this.
True.
Hope you enjoy the sports compilation, guys.
Check it out.
Welcome back to the 5-meter diving NCAA National Championship. Our finalists are Brian Lance and Jason Gray. Shannon, what will the judges be looking for?
Perfection, Matt. When you have made it this far, every mistake will be penalized by the judges.
Brian is going first. You can see the magnitude of this moment weighing on him. Brian and his coach have been working on this dive for a long time. I believe the two of them have been together since Brian was 6.
Yes, before that, Brian had a childhood. Well, it certainly wasn't perfect, but not a terrible way to start. You can see he does a good attempt at a front arm stand somersault, but he didn't hold his arm stand as long as he should have. And not to mention, he splashed about 5 drops of water there, Craig. Not gonna cut it.
As expected, the judges were not impressed. Decent, but is it good enough to win?
And here goes Jason Gray. Not the favorite, but definitely a strong challenger. Oh, and there goes the towel. He's used it as a grenade.
That was amazing.
That was like watching an angel glide into a pool of Cool Whip. Fantastic scores, Craig.
Brian seems to be confused with how he's going to compete with the flawlessness that is Jason Gray.
Well, there are still 5 dives to go there, Craig.
Brian's backward rotation. I've seen better.
Jason Gray attempting the cannonball. I have never seen better.
A lot of flips. A lot of flips.
Not one for variety there, Craig.
Oh, the floaty. I haven't seen that used since '86.
Oh, perfect callback.
Oh, the pirate walking the planks.
Tears to my eyes. This, however, brings yawns to my mouth.
Indeed. What does he have this time?
Oh, he's attempting the wriggle.
We are all witnesses! Flawless entry! Well, this last dive is just a formality for Jason Gray. He is so far ahead in points, he can literally do no wrong.
Unless he tries a back 1.5 somersault half twist like that fool Brian Lance.
Good point, but is anyone that stupid?
Oh, sorry to cut you off, Craig, but we have just heard that Jason Gray is going to attempt the belly flop.
From that height? That's suicide.
Yes, it is. But if he pulls it off, his collegiate legacy will be complete.
I don't know if I can watch this, Shannon.
You have to, Craig. You're commentating.
Oh, yeah.
He looks like he's going through with it.
Shaking it off. Oh, perfect approach. The crowd holds their breath. Is he alive?
Belly flop. The most respected and feared dive of all time has taken a national treasure.
Wait, I see him moving. He's alive! Michael Phelps, move over! There is a new king of the pool!
Oh, my Botox is almost letting me cry.
There he is, Jason Gray, the new NCAA 5-meter diving champion. Stay tuned for women's bowling.
Dad?
I'm back here, son.
I got into a fight at school.
What?
I got into a fight.
That is awesome! Did you use the moves I taught you? I need a play-by-play.
Well, first I started with a basic clothesline.
Good choice, good choice.
Yeah, I thought so too, but when I reached his head...
Did he duck?
No, he punched me.
Well, that's all right. Did you react the way I taught you to?
Yeah, I flailed my arms and stumbled backwards.
Attaboy, attaboy. Did you make any dramatic sounds?
Well, I would have, but that's when I threw up.
First fight jitters, huh?
Well, no, it's because he punched me in the stomach.
Son, that doesn't mean you need to throw up.
No, Dad, I didn't do it on purpose. His fist made contact.
Like physical contact?
Yeah, it didn't stop. It just went right into my stomach.
Oh, rookie mistakes.
Yeah.
Clearly this kid does not know how to fight.
I know. That's why I said, hey, who taught you how to fight? You call that a punch?
Yeah, good for you. He needs to learn to be more careful.
Yeah, well, that just seemed to make him more angry.
It's all right. It's important to show all of your emotions. Now, did you make an angry face in response?
I did, but his seemed more real than mine.
What? Let me see your angry face. I don't know. That's pretty good.
Yeah, well, his was better. Anyway, that's when he charged at me.
Oh, man, this is exciting.
Yeah, I tried to anticipate what move he was gonna do, you know, so that I could help him do it.
Right. What move did he use?
A punch again.
Oh, man, this kid is not one for variety.
I know, and the thing is, he's not even good at it. His fist hit me again, right in the face.
Okay, who was reffing this thing?
No one.
Oh, no referee, and he's making physical contact? What kind of fight is this?
Now I got this stupid black eye.
Just like the time your sister punched you in the face. Poor girl has no control.
That's why I said, you hit like my sister.
Yeah, what'd he say to that?
Nothing, he just stared at me like he was confused. At least I think that's what he was doing. It was hard to see through the tears.
Then what happened?
Well, I thought, I'm gonna show him how it's done, and I said, this is how you punch, and I hit him 3 times in the face and once in the chest, but he hardly reacted at all.
What? Did you punch him the way I taught you to?
Yeah, I made big swinging motions, made sure to hit my foot on the ground at the same time. But he didn't move at all. Well, that's not entirely true. He did punch me again.
All right, this is ridiculous. Who is this kid's father? I'm calling him right now.
It was Jimmy Thomas. It was Frank Thomas's son.
Oh, I know Frank Thomas. Better stand back, son. This isn't gonna be pretty. Frank Thomas! I heard what your son did to you, my boy, today, and I'm holding you personally responsible. And when I find you, I'm gonna teach you the meaning of pain. You're gonna be in a hospital bed for a year, eating all your meals through a plastic tube. Woo! I hope that got through.
Hey, my dad made me run over as fast as I could and apologize for beating you up. I'm really sorry.
It's okay, son. You just need to learn to be more careful. If you're gonna fight, you gotta do it properly, or someone may get hurt. Hey!
I can promise you, brother, that'll never happen again. Jimmy, let's take a ride.
Welcome back to our coverage of the game of the year between Yale and North Carolina.
If you're just joining us, we have witnessed an unbelievably well-fought match tonight, and it's come down to penalty kicks. Peterson for Yale, taking the first approach.
Oh, there it is! Spectacular! North Carolina's goalkeeper Richards just let one in past him now, so now the burden rests on Yale's Scott Sterling.
Here he comes, nerves of steel, that man, dealing with more pressure now than a submarine.
Indeed.
Home crowd showing some appreciation.
Johnson places the ball on the spot, getting ready. That man literally has a cannon for a leg.
Yes, he does.
Here he goes, winding up for the shot, and oh! The cannon has fired and hit Sterling directly to the face.
We clocked that at a stunning 116 kilometers per hour.
Now that's a lot of miles per hour.
Little chance that man's nose is not broken right now.
Oh, indeed. Now Sterling getting checked out for that one. Spectacular save, though, but sadly, he's not out of the woods yet.
On his feet now, a bit shaken.
But not stirred.
This crowd absolutely loves this man.
And Sterling's teammates welcome him back a hero for now.
Yale's up again for the second attempt, looking to make it 2-0.
He approaches the ball with some determination. Here he goes.
Oh, it's high and wide, way off target.
Yes, apparently he thought he was kicking a field goal.
Wrong kind of football, I'd say.
Good show.
Back now to Scott Sterling. He looks a bit worse for wear, but ready for round 2.
And Shaw takes a moment. Here he goes with the approach.
Oh! Sterling with a fantastic dive. The ball flies straight through his hands and once again strikes him straight in the schnoz.
And let's see it again on the old instant replay. Oh, Every excruciating detail captured in HD perfection.
Clocked at 129 kilometers per hour. Sterling does not look well.
2 wonderful saves and 2 definite concussions.
They may replace him at this point. He's done all he can.
Yes, as his trainer takes him off the field like a mustached lion dragging a gazelle through the Serengeti.
Adieu, Scott Sterling.
Adieu.
Yale now with their 3rd PK. Richards is in the goal, bouncing like an infant girl.
The crowd holds their breath as he goes in. Here it comes. Oh, very anticlimactic.
Let's see who they got to replace Scott
Sterling is back!
He's still in the game!
Oh my! And he's taking a very odd tactic now.
Seems to be curling up to protect his face.
Not exactly a recommended technique, but here it goes. Wait, no, Lambert needs to tie his shoe. Ho-ho, and that's why you do a double knot, kids.
Sterling still waiting for the kick to happen. He's probably wondering when. Oh! Sweet buttered crumpet!
My
The ball drills Sterling right in the face!
That man's nose must be absolutely devastated! He's gonna look like a witch that flew her broom into her nose and then crashed into a hammer!
I hardly even care about this attempt. Let's go back to Scott Sterling!
The man!
The myth! The legend!
3 perfect blocks by Sterling and his cat-like face reflexes!
Absolutely incredible! Though I must say, Sterling does not look well at all.
Well, you know football players like to add a bit of drama, don't they?
They're gonna take him out? No, wait! They brought him a chair!
Oh, a bold move by the manager! Mayne sets up for the 4th attempt!
And this, frankly, is a gimme. He literally just has to kick it anywhere except where Sterling is sitting.
There is no possible way that North Carolina can mess up this shot.
Oh!
158 kilometers per hour!
This man can do no wrong!
Look at him beg for mercy when it's mercy that should be begging for him!
He has looked death in the eye and said, take your best shot! To which Death replies by punching him in the face over and over and over again.
If Yale makes this final shot, it's all over. But no! Oh, he misses, which means we're going to Scott Sterling!
His face is like a brick wall.
A brick wall that can feel pain and cries a lot.
But where's Sterling? Oh, he seems to be crawling away from the goal. What is he doing?
He's throwing away the match. Oh! Sterling has done the impossible!
I can't believe it! Look at that! He played it just right! What incredible instincts to crawl away from the goal like that!
And his teammates rush the field, happy as a lark as they slide in!
A Bernini sculpture of a finish!
As his teammates carry him off on the stretcher of glory, we thank you for sharing this absolutely heart-stopping finish!
Scott Sterling and his face of steel have won it all.
Isn't this nice? I was afraid we'd never go on another romantic retreat after last year's hot tub fiasco.
No! You promised me you would never use that word.
You're right. I'm sorry. Last year's heated vessel fiasco. But seriously, so far this trip has been perfect.
Why would you jinx us like that? Quick, knock on some wood. No, it's metal! Come on!
Wait, calm down, okay? This resort is the exact opposite of last year's treat. Okay? So just take a deep breath of fresh mountain air and relax. Better?
Better. Sorry, I guess I'm not over last year's post-traumatic stress.
Aw, my poor baby. Come here. Just remain calm. Good. You're doing it.
Why? 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 Why?
Wait, okay, just calm down, babe. Calm down, okay? It's probably just like last year, okay? I'm sure he's still alive.
Okay.
Sir? Yeah. Sir? Can you... Okay.
Shake him, shake him.
Okay, guys, sir? Wake up, sir! Sir! Okay, you wake up, sir! Wake up!
No!
Sir!
No!
Wake up!
Okay! He wasn't dead before.
Okay, babe, we'll go to the end of the lift and we'll tell them exactly what happened. They'll believe us.
He got on the chair alive and then got off dead. What would you assume?
People randomly die all the time.
You are practically holding up the murder weapon.
Okay, well, what do you propose we do?
We push him off.
Are you crazy?
You got any better ideas, OJ?
fine. Okay, but just do it quickly.
Me? You're the one sitting right next to him.
You got enough blood on my hands.
Fine, just
Switch me.
push him back.
Okay. Switch. Okay.
What? Okay. All right. Ready? On 3.
Okay.
1, 2.
Well, howdy there, strangers. Looking forward to seeing you two lovebirds.
Oh, it's them. Of course it's them.
Can you believe it's been an entire year since that hilarious hot tub incident?
Who's this fella with you?
He's,
Our son.
That's funny, I could have sworn you said you had a 3-year-old.
Yeah, steroids.
How you doing, little man? You having fun on the slopes?
Can he not talk?
Yeah, he can. It's not like he's dead. He's Russian.
Hello, Governor. You must be friends with me mom and dad.
That's not Russian.
I can't do a Russian accent. You know this.
That's an interesting little accent you got there, son.
Oh, that's big talk coming from an uneducated hick. Let me guess, you two met at a family reunion?
Why are you being so mean?
Because Russians are mean.
You gonna let him talk to me that way, Hank?
As we say in Texas, when you wrestle with a pig, you both get dirty. Good day to you.
All right, here's our chance. Ready? Okay. 1, 2.
I was sleeping!
He's gonna be fine. Russians are tough. Okay, I pick James.
Okay, we want Jeremy. Yeah.
Adam.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, great. Sean's here.
Hey, sorry I'm late, guys. I'm sorry, man.
It's cool. Of course we're gonna want Steven.
All right. We got stuck with Sean last time. Are you kidding me?
Come on, guys, I promise. I'll try really hard this time, I promise.
Come on, Sean, just try not to embarrass us, okay?
Yeah, don't get near the hoop.
Or the ball.
Yeah, just maybe you can play point guard or something, okay?
Hey, Sean, if you need a little extra edge on the court, you should try some of these.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Poof!
Who are you?
I am your shoulder. Good heavens. I just came to see if you needed some help, but clearly you have everything covered, so...
Actually, no. I think I could use your help.
It's like someone put a pair of pants on a ladder. Okay, Sean, allow me to just... Okay. The air is so much thinner up here. Sean, just say no.
No thanks, Steven.
Very good, Sean. I'm proud of you. I would usually jump down at this point, but I don't want to break my spine. Would you mind if I just slowly...
Oh, man, here comes your mom.
There you are, young man. I have been worried sick. Sean, I don't deserve this. I, the woman who spent 36 hours in labor bringing all of you into this world. Wait a minute, you're not about to go and play basketball again, are you? Sean, we've been over this. You need to focus on your education so you can take over your father's business of test driving smart cars. Why are you dressed this way?
I wouldn't tell the truth, man.
Oh, you will pay for this, Stephen. Give me your body. A little closer. Yeah.
So, what should I do?
Don't lie.
Okay, Mom, look, I was gonna play basketball because I really like it.
Fine, but when you grow up and get a real job, you'll wish you hadn't spent so much time playing games. Also, I don't want you hanging out with Stephen anymore. He gave me some pills for a headache last week, and they worked, but I haven't slept in 6 days, so. Just something to think about.
While I'm up here, is there any other moral dilemma I can help you with? Because seriously, I'm not climbing back up here for at least a month.
I think I'm good. Thanks for your help, man.
No problem.
Hey, Sean, have you ever vandalized a building?
No!
Welcome back to the World Fencing Championship here in beautiful Paris, France. We are down to the final contenders, Pierre Desdoux and Bartolomeo Palladino. If you're just joining us, we have seen an unbelievable display of fencing prowess tonight, with both men tied in the points. Let's join them now for their final bout. Pierre looking to strike early. Oh, and it's over! Pierre Desdoux has won it all, ladies and gentlemen. Let's play that back in slow motion. Bartolomeo advances, Pierre backing up, and now comes the cross, and yes, sparks! You often don't see those with the naked eye, but thank goodness for slow motion technology. Both sabers now locked, and Pierre throws Bartolomeo aside, and what's this? Yes, he is removing his regalia and tossing his mane of hair like a lion. Not to be outdone, Bartolomeo responds in like manner. Oh, and some very nice flair right there. You have to love Bartolomeo. Pierre now backs up, sidesteps a barrel, rolls it forward. Bartolomeo stops it, and yes, you probably missed this because it happened so fast, but a banquet hall was set up during the bout. Pierre now on top of the table, fencing around the banqueters. Bartolomeo, upset about the height difference, lunges. Oh, and there's some collateral damage. He does appear to be a minor character, though, so no harm, no foul. Pierre now jumps over the sword of Bartolomeo. Very nice. And now he swings in return. Bartolomeo grabs a woman. Not a move you see too often anymore, but still very effective. Pierre jumping off the table with a very nice spin. Pierre now advances, fencing around the woman. Bartolomeo spins and recomposes himself. And, oh, what's this? Yes, it's a foot stomp. The only recourse that damsels in distress have to defend themselves. She falls it. Okay, that seems a little gratuitous, but she enjoys it, so there it is. Bartolomeo, now enraged, comes swinging at Pierre, who casually defends his person with a classic move known as the I don't even have to look at you, and to prove it, I'll have a drink defense. Very impressive. Bartolomeo, though, does not look pleased, and he winds up for a spin. Spinning, of course, is tactical suicide, but it's worth risking death because of how cool it makes you look. Bartolomeo comes out of the spin with a crushing swing, blocked by Pierre. Pierre now spinning in return. Bartolomeo just watches, and what is he doing? Yes, he does it! A classic move. He sliced the candles clean in half. An oldie, but a goodie. Pierre now moving forward. Oh, Bartolomeo calling in for support. His cronies come rushing forward. Pierre's in trouble. He is tackled to the ground and dogpiled. And no, he gets up and all go flying backwards, as is customary. Pierre now dueling 3 men at once. Can he be even more of a man than he is right now? Punch the face. Very unfortunate for that crony. That man backed into a wall. And now all 3 men foolishly strike at the exact same time and place. Pierre throws them aside with seeming ease, despite the objections from the laws of physics. Ooh, Bartolomeo now bowing and offering his sword in surrender. Very No! He has a hidden knife. He has slashed Pierre across the hand, and now he is taunting Pierre, possibly by telling him that he killed his father years ago. Very nice display of classic villainry by Bartolomeo, who now seems to be having trouble with a certain move, lifting a sword with his foot. He is clearly not prepared for this. I think this move might be out of his wheelhouse. He's trying. There it is. Bartolomeo now back in full swing. He advances on Pierre, who throws him aside. Pierre now has an opportunity to grab a sword. He comes charging back at Bartolomeo. Both men now fighting like lions over the last piece of zebra, pushing him backwards. Pierre advances, and now, yes, there it is, the strike. The point is awarded to Pierre Desdoux. Both men shake hands for a fight well fought. I don't think we've seen the last of these two. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you all next year.
All right, players, gather up. Gather up. Now, the team we're playing today is brutal. Like, physically brutal. Like one of their players actively puts kids in the hospital. But we can still win this, am I right?
Yeah! I'm scared.
Okay, now here's the plan. Where's my clipboard? Anybody see my clipboard?
Yeah, Coach.
Oh. Jimbo, why do you have my clipboard?
Going over the plan, Coach. We're gonna win. Good clipboard plan.
Thank you. Now, what is this?
We're the Dragons, Coach. So we burn up the enemies. Go Dragons.
We're not the Dragons, we're the Suns.
Oh, because suns burn things too.
No.
Unless they have a really high SPF.
Okay. Just don't draw on this anymore.
Yeah,
all right?
Coach.
Okay. Go Suns on 3. 1, 2, 3. Go
Suns!
Suns!
Go Dragons!
Jimbo.
Yeah, Coach.
Game's about to start.
Okay, Coach.
No, Jimbo. Sit down.
Yeah, Coach.
Guys, I want Anthony in the middle for the jump.
Yeah, good one, Coach.
Okay, hustle down. Follow him down.
Follow him down like you follow your speech therapist on Twitter.
Oh, come on, ref. What was that?
Yeah, ref. Coach says you're an idiot.
No, I didn't. Sit down, Jimbo.
Yeah.
You all right? Okay, let's see.
Ready, Coach. 10 hut, all aboard.
Peter, get in there for Aaron.
Yeah, Peter, that's what I was thinking too, Coach.
Don't let him past you.
Yeah, push him down if you have to.
No, don't do that. Brian, eye on the ball.
No, put your eye on the ball and your meds up on the fridge.
Oh, come on, ref. How is that not a foul?
Yeah, come on, what the heck, ref? Coach said he'll burn your house down.
Nope, did not say that.
Nope.
Sit down now.
Okay, put me in, Coach.
Not yet. Brian, Neil, get in there.
Go get him, guys. What do you want me to do, Coach?
Just help the injured players.
Whatever you say, Coach. You say jump, I say look at my light-up shoes. Does this hurt?
Ow!
We're gonna have to lose the leg, Coach!
Jimbo.
Yeah, Coach.
Don't touch the injured players.
But you said...
I know what I said. I changed my mind.
What do you want me to do, Coach?
Just give me a drink or something.
Whatever you say, Coach. You say jump, I say good game, Coach.
Jimbo! I need you to stop.
Coach needs to stop. He wet himself.
Sit down!
Yeah, Coach.
Come on, ref! He just took out our star player!
Give me a break, ref! Coach swears he'll stab your dog!
Sit down!
Don't worry, Coach. I took out the guy who keeps hurting all our players.
Good. Now we have a chance. We just have to replace Anthony on the court.
Yeah, Coach.
Not you, Jimbo.
I'm last one, Coach.
Seriously?
Yeah, Coach.
All right, fine.
Fine. I can play? No. I will make you proud, Coach.
Jimbo, listen to me.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
No, don't take any
Teamwork
shots.
makes the dream work.
No, well, yes.
It's okay to fail as long as you keep on trying and your parents have really good insurance.
Listen! I need you to do something.
Yeah, Coach.
Technically, I have to have 5 people, so I need you out there.
Okay, Coach.
But, no! You see that spot over there?
Under the bleachers?
Yeah, I want you to stand right there.
And defend the bleachers?
Yes. Defend the bleachers.
Okay, Coach.
Okay. No. It's not enough to lose.
Good one, Coach.
Okay.
Okay, guys, Coach says pass it to me every time.
We are getting dominated out there, gentlemen. Why do you think that is?
They're taller than us.
And stronger. And they play dirty, Coach.
Well, then we need to stop playing pretty boy basketball. We gotta dig deep and play ugly.
You need someone to play ugly, Coach. Then I'm your man.
Yeah. No, I meant be more aggressive, not literally play ugly. Besides, I'm not throwing the water boy in for the state championship.
Yeah. Imagine their star player trying to hit a foul shot with me next to him doing this.
All right, man, cut it out. That's disgusting.
Wait, let him finish. That might actually work.
But he reeks, Coach. How long has he worn that jersey?
Since I was 4. They say the best defense is a good offense.
I think I'm going blind.
Yeah.
Have you even played basketball before?
Relax, Coach. I'm a natural. I got athlete's body.
Okay, no way. You are the most out-of-shape man I've ever seen.
I said athletes, not athletic. It happened when my untreated athlete's foot spread like a forest fire. Oh. Feel the burn.
Oh, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard. But I have to admit that no one will dare defend you. What's your name, son?
Oh!
That's your name?
I think so. At least that's what my mama called me when I was born.
You know what, Coach? That's halftime. We should get back out there.
Wait, before you go, drink your Gatorade. You're gonna want those electrolytes.
Oh, gross. What flavor of Gatorade is this?
Did I say Gatorade? I meant Gator Ape. It's the leftover carnage of when a gator fought an ape.
Okay, Coach, this guy is out of control.
Yeah, if he plays, then we quit.
Seriously.
Yeah.
You got this?
Do ugly kids like cake?
Do they?
Of course they do! Everybody likes cake.
Well, unfortunately, we need at least 2 players on the court or we forfeit. No. And you are?
They call me Hot Shot.
Can I help you, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm just looking for a new sweater.
Okay, perfect. We have a great maternity section over there. It's perfect for pregnant.
How dare you assume I'm pregnant?
No, I didn't say pregnant. I said present. I have a present for you. Okay. Congratulations. It's a coupon for weight loss. Why do I have this?
Welcome back, everyone, to Matt Center, your source for Matt Meese failures. Tell me, Matt, how do you feel about your performance tonight?
Not good. Hold on, do I really have a channel dedicated to my failures?
Oh, of course not.
Okay, good, I was worried.
You have 2 channels. Spanish Matt Center is very popular.
Bienvenido al Centro de Mateo, su fuente para cada falla de Mateo.
So, Matt, how does it feel to once again stick your foot in your mouth?
In my defense, she was deceptively not pregnant.
Okay, let's bring in former fail coach and current Matt Center analyst to see if he agrees. Coach Harkey, is this Matt's fault?
Oh, of course it is. And let me break it down for you on the instant replays. All right, now here he notices the belly. And it's like I always tell my players, no matter how big the boom, you never assume.
Okay, but she had the distinct shape of a pregnant woman.
Okay, son, what if she swallowed a basketball?
What?
Uh-huh. Or what if there's an alien trapped inside her body, parasitically feeding on her life forces? How stupid are you gonna feel when an extraterrestrial pops out of her body and threatens the presidents of the Americas?
What are we talking about right now?
Okay, we're receiving breaking news that an epic sale has just been made by Matt's rival coworker, Derek Green.
Derek Verde. Que bueno!
Derek, how were you able to make that sale tonight?
You know, I just left it all out on the shoe aisle, man.
Well, are you kidding me? Why are you interviewing Derek? No one cares about Derek.
Is it true that you were drafted by J.C. Penney right out of high school?
Yeah, it was. You know, I considered going to college, but they offered me $8.25 an hour plus commission.
Clearly, you made the right choice.
Clearly, everyone here is an idiot.
Derek, you've been hot all December. Why do you think that is?
Christmas. Man, I owe everything to Christmas!
La Navidad! ¡Qué bueno!
And how have you been able to overcome adversity?
You know, a lot of people counted us out before this holiday season started. But you know, my sales team, we got a lot of pride. And it just goes to show we got the greatest customers in the world. Without them, we wouldn't even be here right now.
Oh, give me a break. He's just using a bunch of dumb department store cliches. Which I didn't even know that was a thing until now.
Derek, do you have anything to say to the kids that are watching right now?
Yeah. Any sale is possible!
And he gets a trophy too now? Come on! What is that? Forget this. I don't need any of this noise. Oh! Just take my wallet.
Power!
That's definitely making the top 10 fails tonight.
El top 10.
¡Qué bueno!
P90X is the best home workout system ever. You're gonna be burning calories, working muscles you didn't even know you had or wanted. You're gonna be moving up, down, left, right. You might even give birth. I don't know, it's happened. You're going to want to dive, but you'll thank me when we're done. The thing is, you've got to bring it every time. Don't say I can't, say I presently am incompetent at this thing. The X stands for extreme, okay? You got to bring it. P stands for pain, extreme pain. By the end of 90 days, you're gonna look like a completely different person. You might change genders. P90X. I hate it, but I love it.
All right, P90X fans, let's get started right away with the warm-up. Get our hands up, get those legs pumping, get that blood flowing. I'm gonna introduce you to the crew here. This is Jeremy, he's a P90X graduate, he's an animal. Over here's Mallory, also a P90X grad, gonna be showing us some modified moves today. All right, good warm-up. Let's get things started right away with Mary Catherine lunges. I'm gonna get sideways so you can see me. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and 2. Don't get ahead of me. 3, and 4. Now, Mallory is showing you modified. If that's where you're at, that's fine. Just do your best. Forget the rest. All right, good job. Let's move on now to chair dips. Get your chairs out at home. There are a couple ways to do this. Once we get started, I will explain. I'm done talking. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and 2, and 3. Okay, let's make it X-like. Let's raise a leg. Mallory, show him modified. There it is. Don't be a hero and let your ego get in the way, but Jeremy and I are showing you how it's done. He's calm on the surface, but there's a storm underneath. Okay, good job. Let's move on now to clapping push-ups or plyo push-ups. These are hard, so set a goal in your mind. Do as many as you can with good form. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and 2, and 3. This is the time to bring it. P90X, what are you made of? What are your goals? Mallory is showing you modified. All right, good job. Let's move on now to plyometrics. This is the X in P90X. I'm gonna get sideways so you can see me. Here we go, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and 2. We spin on the fourth one, here it comes. There it is. Tip of the day, think like a cat. Land on your toes, all right, soft landings. Mallory's showing you modified. I know your thighs are burning. They're supposed to. Okay, good job. Let's take things down a notch with some yoga X. I'm gonna get sideways so you can see me. Down into plank position. Chaturanga. Get the head out of the shell. Mallory again showing you modified. Into runner's stance. Up to warrior 1. Warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Now reach under your hand, under your thigh, grab your hand with your other hand. We don't know what this does, but it hurts. All right, if that's your last workout of the day, good time for a recovery drink. We'll see you next time.
Welcome back to our coverage of the NCAA Men's Volleyball Championships between Yale and North Carolina.
If you're just joining us, it has been a roller coaster of an evening. Both teams now tied at 2 sets apiece. The winner of this final set will be the national champions.
North Carolina leading by 1. Yale and their team captain, Scott Sterling.
Love that man.
Don't we all? Trying desperately to hold them here, or it's all over.
Match point for the Tar Heels. Jones preparing for what may be the last serve of his college career.
And here we go.
Excellent serve.
Thompson setting up. Here comes the spike.
Yale has to stop this return or else... Oh, deflected! Right into Scott Sterling's face.
And Yale ties it up!
Unbelievable!
Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, because Scott Sterling's face has entered the building!
Take a gander at this replay.
The angle at which Sterling deflects the ball off his skull is nothing short of perfection.
Like watching Da Vinci paint with his face.
Yale now on the prowl to take the lead.
And Carolina setting up what is bound to be a devastating return. And here it comes.
Oh,
nearly!
Sterling makes another tremendous save!
And North Carolina's wasting no mother of pearl!
Sterling scores!
Welcome to the heavyweight bout between Sterling's face and everything else.
He looks as though he could be praying.
The peaceful visage of head trauma.
We are all witnesses.
Testify.
Let us feast on the sweet nectar of instant replay.
Wonderful save here, just complete sacrifice.
The ball flies right past the blockers, into Sterling's awaiting face, back over the net, and then right back to Sterling's face like an obese homie pigeon.
That man will leave this court today knowing he gave everything he could. If he leaves it all.
The crowd is now on their feet.
Like mythical Atlas who bore the weight of the world upon his back, so too as Scott Sterling bore this team upon his face.
Yale has come back from the brink and is looking to put this one into the history books.
That's point for Yale.
Carolina finally pushed one through Sterling. Brown Sterling!
Did you see that?
Here comes a spike straight to the man!
The man! The legend!
His teammates help him to his feet. No! They raise him heavenward!
Defensive angel!
An angel with the face of a devil!
Look at this replay! 1 is the loneliest number!
2 tickets to paradise!
3 times a lady! 4 ever young!
As the crowd charges the court, the people are weeping!
Tears of joy!
The tweets are tweeting!
Hashtag Scott Sterling!
The hospitals are preparing to receive the man himself!
The 8th wonder of the world!
The Great Wall of Sterling!
I'll tell you one thing, when Armageddon comes, I want to be in a bunker made of that man's face!
Until next time, good night, everyone!
How many more miles?
22.5.
What? We've only gone 4 miles?
A little less.
Oh, marathons are long.
Matt, do you mind if I go at my own pace the rest of the race?
Oh, am I slowing you down?
Well, I mean...
Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. Men are classically great at being beaten by women, so that's nice.
Just want a good time, you know? We had to stop both of those times for you to throw up.
You don't have to remind me, woman. Just go.
Fine. You're gonna be a jerk about it.
Whatever. Losing to you doesn't matter anyway, because you're like a giant Amazon woman. Queen Kong. Ugh. I'm doing great. I haven't been passed by any other women thus far, so yep. Shake it off. Shake it off. You're still fit and fast, Matt. You trained for this.
Hey there, Sonny.
Wow. Sir, how old are you?
I'm 91. I never run a day in my life.
Awesome. No, yeah, that's awesome. What an inspiration. What? No, ma'am, should you, in your condition, what?
Agua?
Por favor.
Dinero?
No.
Adios.
Okay.
How's it going? Oh, man. Too many tacos.
Am I even moving?
Excuse me, kind sir.
What? No!
I guess I'll be seeing you in the next life, sir. Oh, wait. I'm going to heaven. Yay!
Oh, somebody! Oh, somebody, please help me!
Of course. I've got to stay pumped. I got my special playlist I'm gonna give you that I give all my clients. Mostly a lot of Enya on here, and some Savage Garden, and some Creed, but don't start with the Creed, because you cannot go in there. Hiya! You start with the Creed, so you gotta work your way up. Focus on your lower back. There should be a big pop. Don't wear shoes. All right, now take them off. Take them off. Time to get our protein on. You got some really big glutes. The cavemen didn't have shoes. They used their bare feet. So skipping breakfast is fine as long as you eat a lot of red meat at lunch. You want to pack in that red meat. Shove it in. You're really good at this for a girl. Oh, here, I got you. It's important to stay hydrated. So are you a Pepsi or a Coke kind of guy? Okay, come on, dude. I got you. I like the toenails. We got this. Let's work as a team. And now we wait for 5 minutes, and if we don't throw up, we can work out.
Squat, man, come on. This is the back.
In the meantime, you should read this pamphlet on salmonella poisoning.
Push it up.
Okay, we'll start this again once you've regained consciousness. Listen to Anya back there? Good. Good.
Then T-Dog got straight up owned by that linebacker. He was more like T-Puppy.
Oh, man, that's cold. That's cold like...
He couldn't think of anything to say! Hashtag fail!
Man, you wouldn't know failure if it hit you over the head.
Wait. Are you saying I've never failed?
Yeah. It's like you're all successful and stuff.
What?
You ain't never failed, man. You're all like, oh, I'm gonna try this new thing. Oh, got it right the first time. Guess I won't learn about perseverance.
Are you trying to make me feel bad for how good I am at things?
Yeah, man. You always get what you want without having to work for it because you're naturally gifted. Your talents have enfeebled you.
Sounds like they just made me awesome.
Hey, man, maybe you should just admit that, you know, you didn't mean to say that thing about failure and, like, move on.
No, I meant what I said. He's never been touched by failure's refining fire. He's missed out on character growth. How's he supposed to relate to people, man? Life is hard. I fail every dang day. I'm failing right now because my grammar be all incorrect. Failure's making my future bright like the sun.
My success just brings me confidence, bro. How's that a bad thing?
I'll tell you why it's bad, because one day you're gonna fail for the first time. It's gonna crush you like a soda can, man. You're gonna be like, what is this feeling? I don't like it. Trying is hard. I quit.
Maybe I'll never fail.
Oh, yeah, there's a good life goal. I'm sure that'll serve you real well when you get to college.
I just won't take classes I can't handle.
So to avoid failure, you'll avoid personal growth?
That's not what I meant!
That's what's gonna happen, though. The fear of failure will constipate your dreams. The most interesting part of your life has already happened.
I don't understand why this is making sense.
Yeah, man, I'm pretty sure you lost this one, man.
No, I failed. I didn't win. Yeah!
I won. No!
Hey guys, watch this.
Oh my gosh, Sean!
You all right, man?
I think my leg's broken. Yeah, it's broken. Okay, it's broken.
Okay, we're calling an ambulance. You stay down there, okay? We'll come to you.
Don't worry. I'll help him. Watch this.
just happened?
His leg's broken too!
I know, I meant it in more of an I can't believe it kind of way.
How bad is it?
It can do this if that's anything. Oh my God!
We're going to find somebody.
We just got a call about an injury.
Yes, because there's 2 of them down there now.
Hey, watch this. I'm okay.
Whoa!
Oh!
Oh.
I got an EMT down and 2 others. I'm gonna need some backup at 2 Pine Skate Park. Over.
Hey, watch this.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just don't do well with blood.
You're an EMT.
We're here to help. Watch this.
Worst possible turn of events!
Sean, you okay?
Not really. Hey guys, watch this.
Oh! Man. Yeah, maybe we should go.
So I had a really good time tonight.
Yeah, you did.
So...
What are you doing?
Nothing. I dropped something on the ground.
There's nothing in your hand.
Magic.
Were you trying to kiss me?
No. I was trying to see if it was gonna rain later. My lips are really sensitive, so that's...
I'm gonna go inside.
Yeah, okay, better. There's a storm coming, so... Thank goodness no one else saw that.
Welcome back, everyone, to Matt Center.
Bienvenidos al Centro de Mateo.
I'm here with Matt, who's once again been rejected. Tell me, Matt, how do you feel?
You guys again? Why do you keep following me?
Cause you just got slam dumped, son.
No, that is not true. She said tonight was not nearly as bad as she thought it would be.
That's because she had insanely low expectations, rookie nugget. Look at what she, look. Look at what she wrote on her Twitter book status right before you picked her up.
Goodbye, cruel world.
Coach Harkey, why don't you walk us through Matt's performance tonight, play by play?
No, that's not...
I'd love to, all right? Now look here, Jonathan Bon Jovi. Your first problem were your pits.
What's wrong with my pits?
Oh, you used Axe body spray. That's a cologne invented by women to more effectively identify men that they should avoid.
¿Usaste el Axe body spray?
La cucaracha.
Correct.
Okay, fine. I can just switch to Old Spice.
No, Hambone. You could bathe in Old Spice, but it ain't gonna fix your real problem. Now look at your technique. Look at it just right there, all right? I've seen a Dementor approach a kiss with more swag than that. You look like a dag-nab dehydrated gerbil trying to drink from one of those water sippy cup thingamabobaroos. Look at you. You're scaring the poor girl. She wouldn't kiss you if your lips were water and her face was on fire.
Okay. I admit I had an off night, all right? But so does everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've just received a report that Derek Green has once again had a perfect doorstep tonight.
Oh, come on!
Derek Verde, el dios de los pesos.
Derek, what were the keys to your victory tonight? Well, you know, I just had a very effective offensive strategy, and it paid off tonight. Midway through the date, she seemed to lose interest. How did you regain the momentum? Well, I knew she was coming off a difficult breakup, so I just had to be ready for the rebound. Do you see a relationship coming out of this? Well, I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just happy that I left here with a solid kiss tonight. What would you say to those who accuse you of leading women on? I hate the game, not the player.
Sí, odia el juego, no el jugador.
Oh, boo! Boo to you, Derek Green! You know, I may not kiss a different girl every night, but when I do kiss, it means something special. Okay, if you could see a highlight reel of my kisses, it would blow your mind.
All right, let's roll the top 5.
Top 5?
El top 5?
I thought it was top 10.
Sí, el top 10.
We had to adjust due to lack of source material.
Hey, it's not about quantity, it's about quality.
Okay.
Coming in at number 5, we've got Matt watching the Channel 7 News.
No. That is bad for the TV, son.
It's gonna really hurt your resale value.
Hurt your whole value.
At number 4, the classic beauty, and last minute swat away.
Oh, stop. Ain't nobody at the carnival right now.
Yeah, you're being a Pippin when you should be a Jordan.
She can't shake that one off. Hold on to that one for a while.
Tim Howard couldn't save that. Number 3.
Oh, hey, Matt.
Oh.
Hey.
Want a kiss?
Oh, she offers.
I guess we were
And
wrong.
he accepts.
That's the only sugar he's gonna be getting today.
Indeed. 2 kisses foiled there.
All right.
Number 2.
Okay.
Again with the kissing booth. Now, folks at home, you can't see through the wrinkles, but she is very disappointed.
Very.
Number 1, we've got a classic Lady and the Tramp set up.
That's a dog. No, it is hesitant. It's trying to get the taste out of its mouth.
It makes me wonder if all dogs really go to heaven.
No, they do not. That's purgatory.
Okay, so I've never technically kissed anyone, all right? I'm just saving them for my future. Curse you, Derek Green!
All right.
¡Qué bueno!
Derek Green. Now, you need to look at what he's doing, son.
It was my daughter, Mallory. She asked us for a stopwatch for her birthday. I never suspected anything.
My son Matt started hanging out with a new crowd. I thought they were good kids, but soon he started wearing short shorts and t-shirts with bad puns.
Where'd you get this?
Running nose.
I know.
Every year, 13 million kids try distance running for the first time, unaware that they're beginning a life of chafing and male thigh exposure.
You Dr. Scholl's?
Indeed I am. Is he shoes?
Yeah.
Bam. These right here. Let's try those on for size, huh?
What's this gonna run us?
It's 25.
Give it to him.
Our son Adam said it was just a party, but when we went to go check on him, it was a 5K.
I have no son.
Hey, stop!
I have no son! Don't you even think about coming home for Christmas! You are literally breaking your mother's heart!
Soon 5Ks weren't enough. Started getting into marathons.
What is it? Oh, okay.
He just kept getting medal after medal after medal.
His neck.
There's so much weight, it just drug him down.
Every day, more and more of these hoodlums are running the streets. But what are they running from? What are they trying to hide? We gotta get back to traditional values, like walking, sitting down.
I should have seen the warning signs. You know, he was running in place a lot, and he used gel inserts. I mean, I don't even know where you find that kind of thing.
Suspect is being charged with distance running, runner's high, freakish scrawniness.
Hey,
you keep quiet.
But as the running epidemic spreads, parents and teachers are powerless to stop it.
We took away her running shoes, hoping she would stop, and then we hear about this thing called barefoot running? Is this some sort of sick joke? I mean, where does it stop?
Parents, talk to your kids about distance running. Help them find better hobbies, like video games,
Could you stop it for 1 minute, Matt?
napping, or diabetes.
If you don't eat your donut, you can't have broccoli.
No, Dad, it's gonna slow me down.
I'm worried about you.
In extreme cases, seek medical help.
Your son's tested positive for shin splints.
Chop the leg.
Chop the leg!
Distance running. It's a dangerous and slippery slope. Sometimes a healthy life is worse than death.
Come on.
Igor, come here.
No, master, I don't want to know about your newest evil creation, okay?
Relax, Igor. I'm merely improving an old invention. Sports.
Oh, those are actually good.
I'm making them evil.
Okay. How are you gonna make sports evil?
I started by creating a referee.
Okay, I get it.
Now, he was kind of tricky. His job is to rig every game against both teams.
But that's impossible.
Yes, but he does it. I gave him the eyesight of a mole and the judgment skills of U.S. Congress.
But he'll never remember the rules.
Why would I teach him the rules? Oh, he's going the wrong way, bless his heart.
Sad.
This one is called a fan. Now, he suffers from two great delusions. First, that his team will do really well this year. And second, that no matter where he is in the stadium, the ref can hear him.
Oh. He's gonna be super annoying.
Don't worry, I gave him a foghorn.
Okay.
And the best part is he's so obsessed with sports that he's not spending enough time with his girlfriend. They're gonna end up like Malone and Stockton. Lots of chemistry, but still no ring.
That was really mean.
You're right, too far, yeah. But I'm just getting started. If he ever does get married, he'll suffer even more once his kids are in Little League. On the one hand, Little League games are super boring. But on the other hand, they take up his whole Saturday.
Why are both your hands always evil?
Oh, not as evil as what I have in store for athletes. For them, I've invented all kinds of sports, each depressing in its own way. For example, we have tackling sports, and body checking sports, and, oh, fake sports.
Well, at least sports are exciting. It's... Oh, touche.
And things are even worse for Olympic athletes. Oh, yes.
Well, no, people love Olympians.
Do they, Igor? Do they?
Yes.
Being an Olympian is like living in Iowa or New Hampshire. Every 4 years you get attention, and the rest of the time nobody cares.
No. No, sports are inspirational.
No, sports are confusing, or at least they will be once my filmmakers are done with them.
What?
Sports in films should never make sense. Why else do you think 6 people chase the quaffle when the snitch wins every game? Or why Notre Dame put a hobbit at defensive end? And do people really believe that the 1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team beat the Soviets?
That actually happened.
Oh, really? Kudos to them.
Even so, you are destroying sports.
Yes, Igor. Get ready for a world of ear-biting boxers, culturally insensitive mascots, and a World Series without the part of the world that's good at baseball. Soon all mankind will suffer.
No, not the scrawny, non-athletic people. You'll never suck them into sports.
Won't I?
Hey guys, how'd you like those videos? Gave you everything we promised?
Yeah. And more.
And more.
Great. Much more.
So now, like, subscribe. We've got a lot more of these compilations coming out.
Compilation.
You'll love them all.
Party!